The Washington State Cougars are at odds of plus 10,000 to win the Pac-12 Conference Championship. Last season saw the Cougars go 3-9 straight up, 4-8 against the spread, and 6-6 on the over-under. Washington State head coach Mike Leach looks to avoid a fourth straight losing season, as the Cougars look to rebound from their second 3-9 season in the last 3 years. Mike Leach never had a losing season in 10 years as the coach of Texas Tech before coming to Pullman. But in the 3 seasons in the Pac-12, he has yet to have a season over 500. With a 12-25 record and a 7-20 record in conference play in 3 years, this could likely be the last season we see Leach on the sidelines. And with most media outlets calling for a 5th place finish out of 6 teams in the North Division, the clock is ticking. The Cougars led the nation in passing in 2014 with 477.7 yards through the air per contest. But at the same token, the defense was 124th out of 128 teams against the pass themselves, and gave up no less than 31 points in 9 of their 12 games. The Cougars have been lining up in the shotgun formation since Leach arrived, but with the entire offensive line returning from a year ago, the word is that he might implement a running game. Connor Halliday had a prolific career with the Cougars, highlighted by 734 passing yards against California, setting the FBS record in a single game. After he went down with an injury, Luke Falk came in and did an admirable job in his first start against Oregon State, but he ended up losing 2 of his 3 games as a starter. Falk takes the reins again this year as the Cougars' starting quarterback, and he might be under center more often than we have seen under a Mike Leach offense. The Cougars have always been a team that ran a shotgun formation under Leach, but with all 5 offensive linemen returning, the running game might actually become a viable option. Jamal Morrow and Gerard Wicks enter their sophomore seasons as the team's leading rushers from 2014, combining for 149 carries while gaining 585 yards and 4 touchdowns. After the Cougars finished the 2014 season at 114th in the nation in total defense and 124th against the pass, Mike Leach decided to let Mike Biesky go and brought in Missouri safety coach Alec Grinch to coordinate the defense for 2015. Defensive end Xavier Cooper opted out of his senior season to enter the NFL draft, and nose tackle Kalafitoni Pole is also gone. Robert Barber and Negalu Tapa were Pole's likely replacements, but each of them missed spring preparation with injuries. Seniors Destiny Veal and Daryl Paolo appear to have earned the starting end positions up front, with Daniel Ikuali possibly starting at nose if Barber or Tapa can't get back on the field in time for the season opener. A big loss in the secondary came when Daquan Brown was dismissed from the program as he was the leading tackler on the team in 2014. Mike Leach will never find the success in the Pac-12 that he had in the Big 12 with Texas Tech, and he still has a lot to prove at the college level. An opening game against Portland State should be easy enough to get by, but non-conference games with Wyoming and Rutgers will provide tough tests as the Cougars enter conference play. Road games at Rutgers, California, Oregon, Arizona, UCLA, and in-state rival Washington will likely see the Cougars as underdogs in all 6 games. Washington State lost at home as 11-point favorites to Rutgers a year ago. So for our pick and prediction, we will predict a 5-win season, which will obviously see them fall a bit short for a bowl bid. For our Washington State Cougars betting predictions, check out the Bang the Book Betting Center. And don't forget that the Bang the Book Betting Center is your best resource for sports betting information before you make your weekly assault on the sportsbooks.